Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's been quite a long time. I do not like the colors in the background, but you know what? I've been holding out on a secret, and you know, I've thought about that the secret could probably make me millions. What am I going to do with it? I'm not to worry to go to the bank, but I have to wait for them, so I can use my money and wait for them in line until they're ready for me, and then they're busy for lunch. Forget it. I'll take the little bit that I have and try and keep it long enough to do what I need to do to get through the week to start another one. What I want to tell you is we're going to be discussing something about this book tonight. Okay, as you can see, the first letter is Aleph, and in Greek it's Alpha, and this is the first letter in the Hebrew language, and they put words in English letters and how to say it. So I'm going to fool around and play with the words, but before I tell you that, I've needed glasses. For 30 years I wear glasses until I bumped into a physician. He couldn't answer my question, but his friend was an Eskimo, and he had an answer. And my friend was an Indian, and he had an answer. And the basis of it is clear the nose stream, swallow your Listerine, and swallow your toothpaste. If it takes bacteria off your teeth, it'll definitely take the bacteria off your veins as opposed to your veins. Number one. Number two, I've been wearing glasses for 30 years. 30 years I'm wearing glasses. Until these Eskimo, Indian, and doctor and me, we sat down and he said, you know what? He says, the salt comes out of your eyes. The salt is an irritant. An irritant must be eliminated like we put the Visine in our eyes. Well, this is what we have to do. First of all, there's no such thing as the up and down in the eye. Because first of all, if you go down, when do you stop? What makes the decision to go up? So you have to remember the reason for the Chinese and your TV. All TVs are measured on the bottom left to the top right or the bottom right to the top left. That's the angle. Well, in our eye, on the bottom left, on the right eye, is the teardrop with the salt in it, irritating the inside. Take the Visine and put it right there and squeeze it in. Squeeze it right there and hold it and push with the Visine and squeeze that bottle until you feel it going right back here. And squeeze it all around your eye and just lift your head up. Then do the other eye. Do this for 6 days, but there's other things. Try and keep away from the salts. It's the salts we don't want. I don't care what kind of salt it is. Salt is salt, okay? If you are going to have a salt or salt something, or when you salt up a story, or when you salt your steak, Saul, maybe that's where they got the name of Saul. Hey Saul, hey Solly, salute. Anyways, do this to both your eyes. It took me about 6 days. I see about, compared to what I saw before, let's say if my eyes were 0.55 before, my eyes are 0.9293. I can see further than I've ever seen in 30 years. The only way you'll know is if you try it. But if you ask a doctor, he won't know. Otherwise, he would have told you when you got your glasses. If, ands, or buts, I think, and maybe. There's never really a yes and no. There's always a yes and no and a story to make up for the difference. So we won't understand because we're not doctors. But we got to be more than doctors. Because we're all doctors. In our own mind, we always know what to do, what's right for us. So doctor means a cure. And a cure, in our mind alone, is us. It's I. It's I. It's always I. It's a reminder of the I. We're all in trouble. You see, do that trick, you'll see in 7 days. Another thing, has anybody ever prayed like this before? You know? See what happens is it goes through here and around the shoulder and then all the other end. Back your fingers. The whole thing is, this is not a perfect connection. You want to know a perfect connection? This is a perfect connection. See this? Two penises together, wrapped up like this, and it don't leak. It's exact. You don't have to put something in something else and make it look bigger and smaller because then you're blocking it. You understand what the blood pressure is all about? The thing is also, eat well. You have to eat well. Try and eat salad, especially celery, because celery brings a lot of, I don't know exactly how it works. I know there's a lot of water in it, and there's no salt. You can put cheese on it. I know there's salt, but we need cheese for another thing. I mean, if we're going to have salt, let's have it in the right spot. Is that a problem with my butt? You know when you say butt, or somebody goes talk, I'm like a chicken. Chicken shoots out an egg through his ass. No. You have to make sure that when you eat, that the food go right through. in order to do the intestines right, well, your piss comes out, and it don't bother the intestine, does it? But if you keep the piss inside, it becomes like this little ball because it's like salty or something. And salt's supposed to like clean it. So if you really want to get salt, take it from your piss. Am I disgusting you? I'm not going to tell you what I do. Now, let me tell you one thing. When a limousine cow, okay, you know, the ones with the 4 titties that you get the milk from, that chews its cud, it chews its cud to break up the meats or whatever else is in its mouth. It breaks it down so that the system, that when it goes into the blood system, it's broken down properly. It has to be emulsified. You just can't eat and swallow. You have to emulsify it in order for the blood to be able to get it. Otherwise it goes down, it's too late, it's gone. You only get half of what you need, and then you need a supplement. But now a supplement is also separated from the rest of the food group. So you're taking something, but you're not taking enough because it's not mixed in. It all has to be mixed up, because we're all mixed up. That's why God made it all like this. We're all mixed up. Everything is backwards. Like Noah? That never happened. It's not possible. There were no trees in the desert. How did he do that? Where'd he go? He went to Africa, built a boat, came back? Come on. Like the horse with no name. You ever hear that song, Horse Got No Name? Of course he had no name, because once John Wayne gets on the horse and takes it for a ride, you know, now it works. Hey, you ready? Yeah. Here, what are we going to play tonight, eh? Hey, who am I? Am I the lady staying home? Come on, who's coming? Who's coming home? Who's coming home? When John Wayne or Clint Eastwood run out on the horse, my friend, I ran to the racetrack for a long time, and I know when that horse gets to the finish line, he's huffing and puffing. He barely makes the mile. And we're talking that Moses ran 40 miles in the desert. What a hoax. By the time he went out with the horse was dead. That's why the horse had no name. It's not the sword that he didn't come back with the blood. It was the horse's blood, because the horse was dead. And Noah's the same thing. You don't have no wood in the desert. Where did Noah build his boat? How did he end up on Mount Zion when there's no trees? Because he had to tell the people a story from the Greeks. You see, God started everything backwards, so that when we do go forwards, if we accumulate what we learned at the beginning that was at the end, because it's all children's stories, we'll be able to see the vision of what the future actually is. You see, I'm trying to think that when 2012 comes, I'm not sure if I'm going to be down here, or they're lifting us up, or maybe they're going to build Atlantis, they'll shove us in the ocean, and then lift the water particles up, because the earth will break apart. You understand? The earth is all little bits and particles. The minute you put water to it, it all floats away. So he puts Atlantis under us. He makes us stay there. He lifts the ocean out of the earth, or a part of it. I don't know the whole story. Forget, I'm making this up as I go. So he lifts the whole thing up, and then we end up on this glass ball, and we end up in heaven. We come out, and who's there? It's in another world. It's all a story. At land us. At landing us. Finally, they're landing us. I just got left a note. See, some people don't want to speak while I'm talking, and other people leave me notes, so I should read them right away and change my whole aspect, the way I'm thinking. I don't think, and I don't want to talk or see anybody, unless I'm working in a group session. I don't want anybody around. I need my concentration to be able to transmit the little knowledge that I have to those who are interested. Anyways, I'm going to get out this book. I've never done this before. I still don't like that glare. Can I get rid of that glare? What about that other glare? The wall behind. Hold on a second. Let me fix this up. You guys going to stay with me while I do this? I turn it towards the wall. Yeah. There you go. You might not see my face all the time. I'm going to show you this book. You know, I just keep turning it. Look at that. I'm magic. Look, fascinating. Did you see the letter in the middle? Look again. Watch the letter. Hold on, watch. Look at it. Look what it is. Look what it is. They all change shapes. Now we're going to start with Aleph. I'm just going to make fun of all the letters. Aleph, alright. Aleph, alright. Are you English? Are you Spanish? Are you Italian? Who are you? The people that use these types of shapes of letters are the people where I can play the game with the letters from the languages. So this is an Aleph. What do you mean Aleph? Where did he go? Was he on the left? Or, let me see, I'm going to turn the book around so I can see him myself. Or it could be a leaf. L-E-F. Leaf. Shortened it up. Right? Look. Look, wheat. Now the other one is a bet. Now you see, every time you have a bet with a dot in the center, you're going to the track or to the casino, you take out your money, you put it in the middle there to take a chance that it won't leave, because it wouldn't leave if it was a U, it wouldn't leave, but you took the bet. The B for the B. Remember, everything I do, try and remember there are 4 directions for everything. You're reminding us of the 4 balls that we took in T-ball when we got onto first base for the first time. Okay, so we always have to remember the north, east, west, and south. It's repeated all the time. At 6 o'clock, then at 12 o'clock, then at 6 o'clock, then at 12 o'clock, then at 6 o'clock, then at 12 o'clock. 6 and 12 is 18. The other 6 and 12 is 18 is 36. 1.5 times the day is 1.5 times the day from the Mayan calendar makes the 36. Why? They did it in blackjack. They showed us in blackjack. You know, like 1991, let's say your birth. 1991 in Baccarat would be one side 19, the other side 19. Therefore, they each get a card. They each got 00. 00 on the roulette table for the first Jesus that came, and Jesus is coming back again for the other 0. It's just a reminder there's another Messiah. Anyways, I'm born in 1963. 19 for the dealers, 6 and 3. 9, pregnant 3s, 9 again. Hey, that's my birthday. I got perfect. Some people like to go with 5 and 4 or 7 and 2, but 6 and 3 is almost even, because if you take 1 away from 6, you got 5. At 53, you got 4. 5 and 4 is 9 again. It's even, and you're 1 up on somebody again. Before you were 2 up or 3 up. And how safe are you? Anyways, you know it doesn't go into overtime. And what's the next one? It's a bet. We all have bets in the world. But it's something like a vet or a bet, because in Spanish, is it iber or iber? So this bet would be a bet. So you'd have 2 bets in a row. But the whole thing is, the first bet you had was a bet also. But it had a dot in the center, so the vet was taking a chance on your animal. He was betting that he was going to do it right. Because if everybody did it right, they just go up to Spock and say, hey Spock, or Dr. McCoy, yeah, just give that needle to us. And that shit works, if you know. Part of it is already installed inside your head if you put everything straight. We're also cocked up. Instead of saying yes or no to something, it's always if, ands, or buts in a story. No one wants to know a story. It takes time. You want to know a story? Let's go have a beer, sit down, and talk about stories. But if I need to know yes or no, I don't need to know the rest of the story. The rest of the story, may the story rest in peace, in pieces. Anyways, we're down here to the Gimel. Can you see that Gimel? Give to Mel. Lemig backwards is lime. There's a lime in there. There's a Melig, Mel Gibson. If you take the last 3 letters and go Mel, and then the first 2 letters you got G-I, that could be like G-I Mel, or Mel Gib, or Mel Gim, or Mel Gimme. If you take the last word and you extend it and you hold it on and bring it back to the beginning, you get Mel Gimme. Gimme what? Gimme a dalet. A dow is like a dow. Something like the ditch, something like a ditch. But it says dalet, it means he lets. Dalet, let what? Who are we letting in? Da da da, da da da. Anyways, the next one is a hey. But I don't see no hey anyway. Now all I see is an H. H, H-A, H-A, H-A-Y. Or backwards it says yeah. Yeah. Let's change this. I don't really understand the piano keyboard, except for the knowledge that it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, which is 7, and everybody knows 7 is God numbers. Repeated on the board 3 times is 21. If we count back the vowels on top of that, we have 26. If we count the Y for 2, we have 27. If we count the little black keys and the white keys, we got 54, and that'll make up the deck of cards with the 2 jokers, black and white. The reason for the black and white is because that Y is actually part of the black joker, because it's sometimes Y. So you got the 54, but if you get the 55, it's because we have the whole pack in the deck. 14 minutes, 17 seconds on this video. I'm happy with what I've done. I'm going to take a 5-minute break now, so have a good time, guys. I'm going to try and change the lighting in here. I just like to play some games. And I got 30 seconds to show you one of my friends. His name is Decatur. He's one of my cats. I used to have 14 real cats until I started this job. And I had to ask a friend to give them away. I miss them. I know them since they're babies. I had 14 cats. 7.7. 7.7. I'm sad. And everybody screams, why are you doing that? Why